In this video, I'm flying the InstaLock InstaPop Svipul. I wrote an article about this on the website probably about a week ago, and the whole idea is just an evolution of my InstaKill Thrasher, except this ship locks a lot faster and does more instant alpha or volley DPS to the target. So the whole idea of this ship is to kill lightly tanked, squishy ships, so pods, shuttles, Tech 1 frigates, untanked haulers potentially, possibly some Tech 2 frigates, stealth bombers, whatever. And the ideal places to do this are on gates and stations. So one way to do this would be to sit 10K from the spot where people undock on the station, spot where they show up when they undock, and you sit 10K behind that on the station so that you're still within docking radius and can dock if you choose. That way, if it's not a pod or a frigate or something you can kill that comes out, and instead maybe it's a Vexor or an Ishtar that's going to put drones on you, you just dock up. So you have an escape. Same thing with the gate. You go to a 0-0 gate, not a regional gate. Those are too big. Go to a regular 0-0 gate. Sit on the gate as close to 0, the real 0, not the 0 it tells you. Sit on the gate as close to 0 as you can. Wait for the target. If it's a frigate or a pod, you kill it. If it's not, you jump through and warp off. So that's your escape. It's still somewhat dangerous, and I wouldn't recommend doing this in extremely hostile space, but in slow space, or if you've got eyes on the other side, it's perfectly safe. To set up this first video, there had just been a fight a few minutes earlier in the system 6CZ, where Eve Uni had been in a fight with my alliance, and many of them were forced to go dock at the station and run away, and most of them were in frigates. So knowing that they would have to head home, I went and got in between them and their home, PC9, and basically put myself in the next system over so they would have to jump into me. So I'm on the gate they're going to jump into, sensor boosters all running, guns primed, and ready to go. You want the heat primed because you want that second shot to come as soon as possible. I don't know what's coming through the gate. I knew they had a lot of Galante ships, so I have fusion loaded. But I did not expect an Inyo. I was thinking more along the lines of an Atron or an Incursus. So you see my first shot takes out his shield. I'm worried about him running, so I approach. He doesn't run, he sits still. Thank you to him for that. I think this caught him off guard, and he was just like, what the heck just happened? I've put 2 or 3 shots into him by now. And then by the time he thinks to even engage, it's too late, and he's dead. You can see I instantly go for the pod. Because of my fast lock, I'm able to catch the pod also before he warps out. So just like that, really quick and easy kill. In the next one, it's the same thing except a different night. So same trick over and over. This time, they had lost most of their ships, and I insta-kill a pod as it comes through. Now that one, I showed that one not because it was all that special. I think it was like a 30 mil pod or something. But what was cool about that one is it's usually incredibly difficult to catch a pod before it warps off, because they warp pretty much instantly. And I was able to lock that pod before he could warp.